Alright, apparently we're now live streaming, I believe. Hang on. Stream health. Good, your viewers seem to be happy. Okay, it seems that I'm live now. So anyways, today we're going to be playing some Dynasty Warriors 3. I've been really looking forward to this stream, to be quite honest. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to be, starting to play the game. So I just have a few minor adjustments, but otherwise we're going to be live. Alright. And now we have the gameplay up, which is currently the demo mode, but anyways, let's get started playing. So, a little bit of history with this game before we get started. This, as you can tell from my descriptions, was one of the big games in my childhood, and I personally really enjoyed playing it back when I was little. Like, this was one of my favorite games to play. But, yeah, I really enjoyed this game, and in ways, going back and revisiting it is quite nostalgic. But anyways, for my first Dynasty Warriors 3 stream, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming some other games, but for this stream in particular, we're going to be focusing on doing the Muso mode for Sunsei, who is one of my favorite characters now. So anyways, without further ado, let's begin. New game. Anyways, if you don't already know about this game in the historical period it covers, Dynasty Warriors covers the historical fall of the Han Dynasty, lasting from the start of 180 AD to the Battle of Wujing Plains, which is at 235 AD. So it does cover about a 50-year period, but this is where all these characters kind of like come from. They come from this history. So these are actually real historical figures. Well, most are. Some are actually fictional, based off of the Romance 3 Kingdoms novel. But enough history. Let's get playing. So I'm playing Sunsei, and we're starting out with the Battle of Gulao Gate at winter of 191 AD. And also, we're not going to watch the cutscenes because the emulator I'm playing it on kind of pushed it up. So unfortunately, I can't really show the cutscenes. But I'm looking at the time. It's a few minutes before I was supposed to be streaming, but I wanted to make sure I got things early just so we wouldn't have any problems later. But anyway, so I'm going to hold back and kind of talk a little bit just to make sure that everybody has a chance to get on, just in case they're planning to come on at 6. So anyways, with that being said, let's get a little bit of history behind this Battle of Gulao Gate. So, take it away, narrator.
The hard-fought struggle against the Yellow Turbans brought peace to the troubled land. However, this peace was short-lived, as the General Dong Zhuo emerged from the Yellow Turban campaign, hoping to seize power for himself. While pretending to serve in the name of the Child Emperor, Dong Zhuo enters the capital of Luoyang, seizing control of the government. With his newfound power and the mighty Lu Bu at his side, Dong Zhuo begins a reign of terror, shaking the imperial institution to its very core. Han loyalists, dissatisfied with Dong Zhuo's abuse of power, rally around young Cao Cao's call to expunge the corrupt leader, raising an alliance to oppose him. With Wan Shao as their leader, an answer to the tyranny of Dong Zhuo is formed. In the year 191, the two forces meet in the lands east of Luoyang, with the strategically vital Fan Shui and Hulao Gates as a backdrop. The battle for control of the land is once again about to begin.
Alright, so there you go. There's a little bit of background knowledge for this whole battle. So yeah, we're going to be fighting Dong Zhuo, who seized power during the fall of the Han Dynasty in China. After all, like I said, that's when this game takes place. It takes place during the fall of the Han Dynasty. But anyway, so I'm going to take a moment to show you some of these other menu options. On equipment, you can equip different weapons. So I've already been playing Sunsei a little bit before, so I already have a few weapons and items that I currently have equipped, which will basically just increase his stats and make things a little easier for me. But, conditions, defeat Dong Zhuo, and we lose if one Xiao gets defeated. So, if you go to unit info, you can actually see who's going to be on your side and who you're going to be fighting against. So you can kind of get an idea of who you're going to be seeing. But anyways, there is one officer you want to take note of, and that's this guy right here, Lu Bu. Lu Bu is probably one of the most famous characters in the entire series. He was an amazing warlord, needless to say. He kills 1,000 men a day, so I want to watch out for him, needless to say. Alright, we've looked at everything, so let's finally get started. Okay.
Sun Jian, go straight ahead. Cao Cao, go to the top of the Fan Shui Gate.
Now, there's one thing I need to mention about this game, and it's its terrible voice acting. It's one of my favorite parts about this game, to be honest, but when I was younger, I actually didn't realize that voice acting was this bad. I do remember it being bad, but not this bad, to be honest. Anywho, I better shut up a little bit just so you can all hear the terrible voice of. But yeah,
Teach them not to mess with us.
Yeah, I gotta teach them not to mess with me. They're going to learn. They're going to learn. Oh, sorry, Mom. Everything okay? Okay.
It's Lu Bu! Ah! Get out of my way!
So yeah, that's Lu Bu. He is a very powerful warrior. Needless to say, he is the toughest opponent on this map, and yes, his theme song's currently playing. But we'll be seeing him later, and you'll also get a very famous quote from this game on what you should do if you encounter Lu Bu. Anyways, and oh yeah, I forgot to mention, because I'm running this on the emulator, there is going to be a few moments of slowdown, and if I do get long periods of slowdown, usually if I turn on the turbo mode, things will go back to normal. But anyway, so there's also quite a few power-ups that you can get just from defeating some enemies. As you might have saw before, I got plus 2 times attack for 30 seconds, sorry. But yeah, you can find power-ups like this all over the map, which will help assist you in fighting, and it's important to keep a good look at because it can really save you some time fighting these soldiers. But every 50 soldiers, usually the morale of your troops will increase. And if you look at the top right hand corner, you'll see a morale bar right there, and that tells you the morale of your troops. It isn't necessarily a bar telling you how well you're winning. I used to think that, but morale is usually a good indicator on how you're doing as well, because high morale means that your allies will fight harder, as in they'll be more likely to defeat enemy officers and other things like that. So your performance does have a very much a direct impact on your morale, as every time you get like a certain kill count, or if you defeat certain officers, usually the morale of your other troops will increase. And it is important to have high morale, because if it's low, then essentially your allies will just get mowed over by the enemy, and it can end in a defeat, because as you saw, you'll lose the map if one shout, aka the guy in the left top hand corner of the map, the blinky dot right there, if he gets defeated, then it's an automatic game over. It's also a game over if you die. So it is important that you have to make sure that your leader is defended. And in maps like this, usually you won't have to worry about it unless if you're playing on a higher difficulty or unless if you're doing really bad. But with that being said, there are definitely some maps where you really need to keep watching your headquarters. But alternatively, oh yeah, cutscene just gave opening. But alternatively, you can see the red blinking dot. That is the enemy commander and ultimately the main guy that you defeat. So apparently Wanchi does not want his death to be a thing, and I don't know, it might end up being a thing. I mean, you're oh, it's done. But in this map, Wanchi usually doesn't last very long due to Lu-Bu because, well, it's previously the legendary expected spawn. But yeah, Wanchi, it's very hard to save him. You gotta be really fast to get him, as in you have to have a horse handy. Speaking of which, I currently don't have a horse, but horses are the main mode of transportation besides walking. You can get horses by defeating units that are on horses or officers that are using horses, and most of the time you can take them like normal. But in this particular game, depending on your rank means if you'll be able to ride the horse or not, because certain horses will just simply buck you off if you're not higher enough rank. But since I've already played a little bit,
you should not be so eager to die.
But I'm not. I mean, you're eager to die. Hey, Zane Liao. See? He's gone. As long as it's gone soon. But yeah, higher ranked horses will buck you off, and because I've been training with Sensei for a little bit, it'll most likely not happen, because he is a fairly high rank, although Lu-Bu's horse, which happens to be another special thing, Lu-Bu's horse is known as Red Hair, and basically this legendary horse that has unmatched speed. But the thing is, Lu-Bu's horse would probably be the only one that would buck me off, because I am not worthy right now. I'm really not. I can't even show you.
Die, scum.
Oh, I don't plan to. I don't. But okay, Lu-Bu just attacked me. Never mind. But yeah, the horse is probably going to buck me off anyways. But
don't pursue Lu-Bu.
That's the famous line. Don't pursue Lu-Bu. And
go to Hu-Lao Gate and attack Dongzhuo.
And if you're playing on a higher difficulty, you better take that advice, because even on easy mode, which is what I'm playing, he can still deal a lot of damage. Speaking of which, he just killed one of my 2 bodyguards. 2! 3! Yeah, this guy doesn't mess around, so you really need to make sure that you fight well. And luckily, a lot of the allied commanders are here to help me, so we can overwhelm them pretty easily. But even then, you gotta proceed with caution, because if you're not careful, you can very easily die at this time. Just a few good hits will be enough to have you be defeated. And I don't know if you've heard that meowing right there, but my cat named Miki just entered. Yes, I have a cat named Miki. He's actually a very nice kitty though, but he can be rather loud. So hopefully he won't be too much disturbance as I'm playing, but and another bodyguard died. I mean, at least they're doing my job as disturbing. Oh, I went done. They've been guarding my body, so I'm after all, that's the bodyguard's job. They guard the body.
I defeated an officer.
Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately you only get a +2 attack, I believe, because I'm playing on easy, but we defeated Lu-Bu. Yeah, he wasn't too hard, like I said, I was playing on easy, so naturally he isn't that hard. And on top of that, this is a very early map, so naturally, hey, the game doesn't necessarily expect you to be that powerful, so they may come hard, but hard enough that he is a threat. But later in the game, some of these maps do get very difficult, but another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to speed up the game a little bit, just because there are some periods like this where you're just walking over.
You're too deep. Fall back.
No, Wancho, I'm not going to fall back. You fall forward. That's it. You fall forward. But yeah, there are some periods in this game where it feels like you're just walking, and that's usually when you're trying to eliminate the next officer. But alright. And oh yeah, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that meter at the bottom of my life gauge. That is what is known as the Musa meter. Basically, it's your character's special attack, which allows them to deal quite a bit of damage while being invisible for a very short period of time when you're doing the attack. But there are actually two types of Musa in the game. I'm just using the first type, which is the normal Musa. But if your life bar gets below a certain point, your character will use something known as
like a lamb to the slaughter. Now fire!
Sorry, just wanted you guys to see that. But back to what I'm saying. Once your life falls below a certain point, as in once the bar gets red, you'll be able to do a thing known as Musa Rage. Not to mention, your bar will actually increase when it's in the red range. But Musa Rage is much more powerful version of your attack, which will do much more damage. Oh, let me just sorry.
Watch the Hulao Gate.
But don't worry, we got plenty of dialogue.
When the gate opens, we will storm the castle.
And by we, he means I will. But there is a little bit of a strategy to making sure you get your Musa Rage. It's basically a run, an attack and run strategy. Because your Musa bar is building up constantly when you're in red, you can use your Musa Rage to attack a particular enemy officer. This does become useful when you're very low on health and don't have any recovery supplies nearby. Speaking of recovery items, the main recovery item in this game is meat buns. You can find them sometimes from defeating enemies, and other times you can find them from breaking pot. Typically, meat buns do help a lot, but like I said, you can occasionally find them just from defeating regular soldiers. So you usually want to keep a good eye out on them, especially if you want to keep your health up.
You dare to be my enemy.
So here we got Dao Chan. Luca is actually a love romance. In future games, she actually does play a much bigger role, but here she's just kind of guarding the castle. But there is some interesting historical factors to her. And she'll actually reference it in her craft right now.
Please forgive me.
But what she means by having her father forgive her is that she was originally a part of a plan to overthrow Dong Zhuo, as in she would get into the court and in ways kind of cause turmoil between Lu Bu and Dong Zhuo by having them both in a romantic relationship with her. And her plan in real life ends up exceeding. She is a real historical figure. Like I said, all of these officers, for the most part, are actual historical figures. But yeah, it's actually a very interesting story to read about. So you can actually see the story through the anime. I watched the limited anime, and it's basically Dynasty Warriors the anime, to put it simply. But it did actually get some really nice historical insight, and it had me more focused on the historical accuracies of the series and all this, because naturally, not everything in this game is going to be historically accurate. I think that almost goes without saying, as the whole game series is loosely based off the Roman story. But I may be a fool, but I am still more powerful. So the main leader is usually has quite a bit of health, and once again I'm having an easy time because I already trained something a little bit before this, and we're done.
No, my plan is all ruined now.
All ruined. All of it. Ruined. But alright, we won! We did it! We defeat the tyrant Dong Zhuo! Now, every time you complete the map or actually die, you'll actually get this replay sort of deal, showing you everything that you did, what officers got eliminated, the character's morale. The morale is marked in stars if you go for 0 and 8, and I kind of mentioned morale already, but yeah, it just gives you a quick replay summarizing what happened, and we clocked in at 12.5 minutes. So I'm going to take a very short break just to check to see if everything's going okay. Hey everybody! Thank you so much, brother, for tuning in. I'm really glad to see you. But anyways, back to the game, I guess. And after the match is over, the game will show you what weapons you picked and what items you picked up, and you get to decide what weapons you keep. And certain weapons will give you positive to certain stats. Like the current Toppa I have, although I'm using the upgraded version of it, gives you 10 plus as mountain defense. As you're on the horse, you'll get plus 2 defense, 1 jump, 5 attack, and 9 defense. So let's just keep that because it's the best. And you'll also show you the items. I only got 1 back. And finally we get to your score. Your score's accompanied of how many KOs you got, for the opponents, how fast you cleared it, and then there's bonus. One of the things that bonus includes is how many bodyguards survived. So as you can see, I got a negative bonus because 5? Yeah, I think 5 of my bodyguards died before. But yeah, because I lost some of my bodyguards, I got a deduction points for them. But finally we got this shows you your warrior's class. Now, once again, the only thing I believe your class matters of is what kind of horses you can ride, and then you got the bodyguards, which, as you saw on the previous map I had, they can also level up too. So that's the main thing that your points will go to, that you want. You want better bodyguards, basically. And so we're done. Let's save it. Just save over Hongai. That was the previous character I played, just so that I can unlock Sensei. But now we're on to the next map, which is the Assault on the Wu territory at autumn of 197 AD. Now, this is actually my favorite map growing up. For some reason, I really like this map. I would play it all the time for some reason. But, yeah, we don't really need to go equipment, but in conditions, the interesting thing about this one is that you have to eliminate all 3 of the leaders that are essentially occupying Wu. But, and of course, Sensei is defeated, which is me, so basically the map ends if I die. So, and if we go to unit info, we actually only have 2 officers. Me playing as Sensei and Zhou Yu over here. You can also see subordinate officers, which includes Hongai, Dao Guan, Zhou Tai, Zhu Si, and with Zhou Yu he has Dao Kiao. Sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing Chinese names. Chengpu, Han Deng, and once again for the allied forces we're fighting against, we have all the 3 leaders plus another officer named Tai Chi Shi. If we go into once again, let's get some historical background for this map before we start.
Together, the Allied forces emerged victorious over Dong Zhuo. However, the Han Dynasty had already lost all of its power. One by one, each of the Allied leaders heads home, secretly plotting to realize their own dreams of power and ambition. In the year 197, in an effort to solidify their position east of Jiandong, young warriors come to participate in the invasion of the lands known as Wu. However, a single figure stands waiting for them. determined to protect his homeland.
And that person is Sensei, otherwise my character. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to stop talking. This is great, right here.
Sensei! Joe-Yu! Why are you here?
Well, I have decided to help you. I want to tell you, you have someone preparing to attack you.
So then, we'd better get moving. Still, you expect too much. I still don't have a land of my own.
You know, that right there was some beautiful thing.
Almost there.
And by the way, those are actually Sensei's and Joe-Yu's flights. Crazy, I know. But, yeah, once again,
take
goes back to the whole
Yan
story.
Wu and Wang Lang's head all at once.
I'll talk about later, but,
Hurry, there's no time.
there's no time. We only got 30 minutes on this map. No, really, we got 30 minutes. Yeah, each map does have a time limit, but most of the time you won't actually be reaching it. However, Sensei's acting like we only got 10 minutes. But
I defeated an officer.
But another thing I didn't mention was the whole system of officers and subordinate officers work. You see, if you eliminate the main officer, which, as you can see on the... Whenever I fight an enemy, you see the top of the enemy, which is the officer that owns or has that soldier. And if you knock out the main officer, their subordinate officers will actually retreat afterwards, along with all their soldiers. The gate's open. But so with that being said, it kind of does have a little bit of strategy. If you really want to during the map, you can only focus on killing the main officers, and granted you will have a minimal KO count, but you'll still be able to beat all the officers on the map. With all the subordinates retreating along their soldiers. And really, on some maps, that's all you really need to do, but in order to get a high score, naturally you gotta kill all these enemies. Not to mention, you won't be getting any sort of power-ups otherwise. Thank you, Joey. I know, I'm really good at the same time. But, sorry, I'm too focused. But yeah, you only really need to defeat the main officers, and on some maps, you can complete them in only like a few minutes if you just head straight for the lead commander, although, granted, that's often not an option, as a lot of times there will be sealed within gates, like in this map. A lot of the areas are locked off by gates until you kill the officer. There's our protecting that. But, I do also remember some of the secrets in this map too. You can also find, some permanent power-ups in some pots that you see laying around here in boxes. But the one that's over there is a plus 10 health, which actually will help you a lot. And you can actually continuously replay this map to keep getting the plus 10 health style. But I'm not going to be doing that on this stream because that'll take way too long, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me play the same map 10 times. Which is why I'm doing the moveset mode, because it's probably the best way to showcase the different maps in this game. But another thing to keep in mind is what affiliation each officer is under. Sensei is a Wu officer. Simply put, he's the son of the first leader of Wu, Sun Jian. And in fact, while I did not actually get to play the level, but the reason why Sensei is leading this attack is because his father actually recently passed away due to an attack on Lu Bao, another ruler, where he ends up actually dying during the fight. But during that fight he died. Sensei also does step up to the plate and ends up becoming the new leader of Wu. But after Sensei, because Sensei actually ends up dying at a pretty young age due to illness. Keep in mind this is ancient times, so dying from illness is actually somewhat common back then, because medicine like we do now, like, after all, think about it. Alexander the Great ends up dying of a fever, so anything's possible. But
I am Taishi-C. Sunsei, I dare you to face me. You fool! You've just signed your own death!
just isn't. Oh my god, I love the voice acting in this game, I really do. It's so bad and good. But unfortunately, we did not get to stage which has some of the best or worst voice acting as well. The Yellow Turban Rebellion. The voice acting in that stage alone is awful. And I have to play it after I say User mode. I just have to play it just so I can show you how bad it is. Because it has to be seen to believe. And I'm pretty sure it's going to have all of your laugh. But until then, and we're doing good. But trust me, there's still going to be a lot of great moments throughout this stream. And you better stop blocking technically. Officers do often block, but another interesting thing is that regular soldiers can actually still use the Muso power. You know, along with officers like this, they can actually use their Muso. But
Sensei, we won't make it in time.
yeah, we won't make it in time for dinner soon today.
We should divide our forces and attack them on both sides.
Ha! A great idea.
Great.
Now, to destroy the enemy, follow your captain's men.
So basically, since they injure you end up displaying just so they can complete the map in time. Once again, there's a 30-minute time limit, so I'm pretty sure you'll be able to complete it. But the notable thing about Taichi, and because I'm playing Muso mode, I believe you'll get this special cutscene. Well,
Next time, no matter where, I will not lose.
okay, I thought there was a special cutscene where Taichi is going through, but basically after this map, Taichi will actually become a blue officer. And probably in the next map you'll actually see him on our side, but until then, for right now, he just retreated. In Muso mode, the characters do somewhat follow their historical background as in when they die, but there are some exceptions. Like for example, because I'm playing Sunsei, technically speaking, this is supposed to be the last map that he's on, but obviously you can't end Muso mode after 2 maps. So with that being said, they kind of have him in better circumstances, as in he'll continue to fight for Wu even after he was supposed to be dead. So I don't know what Sunsei's final map is, but he like many other officers ends up living beyond when he's supposed to. And it's not a bad thing, and I'm not really trying to nitpick, but I'm just saying for this game in particular, some of the historical deaths don't really happen. If that makes sense. And so we defeat 1 of the 3 commanders, which leaves 2 left. So we could go ahead and this horse right here and move on to the next map. And I'm going to fast forward it just because it's just going to be me riding over to the other side of the map. So nothing really to see here. Okay. Yeah, it's just I don't want you to watch me just walking or riding my horse for 30 seconds. I just want to speed it up whenever necessary. So next up we got Liu Yong over here.
Who wants to die next?
I think it's you, Liu Yong. I think you got this. Because that's what's going to happen. What is he doing? Liu Yong, I'm over here. Okay, yeah, the AI can be a little weird sometimes. But for the most part, it doesn't have pathfinding issues like that. I don't know why Liu Yong was just riding against the wall. Anyways, so
Defeated an officer.
Liu Yang's been defeated. Heads up. And so,
All end here.
well for you at least. One thing. Alright. And up
Don't
to
be outdone. Fight!
So, sorry, what's talking? I've just been, I just been kind of focusing on just us playing because there are going to be some later parts where I really am going to have to be focused because, like I said, the early maps are going to be fairly easy, but the later maps are hard, and it's part of the reason why the effort to go ahead and strengthen Sensei, because the layer maps do get harder to the point where you do need to train a little bit before actually moving on.
You are foolish to fight me.
Am I? Or are you? But, so Wang Lane is final leader, but he actually does spawn a pickup, because, you know, you can actually defeat the leaders at any order you like, but you really can't get his pickup, I believe, unless if you, like, stand right on top of where he dies.
This is the end.
And so Wang Lang has been defeated, and we won! Sensei has won. But yeah, you can't actually really get his pickup, at least that easily, but... So here's the replay. So we're going ahead and check. Alright, so that's that. I think I'm just like I said, I'm not even using that weapon, so I really don't care. Okay, no. Nothing getting items either. I mean, a lot of the earlier stages don't give you necessarily that great of items. The later stages, once again, bring really good items. Some of which I do have, but once again, that does also make things easier when you have really good items. Anyways, our next map is the Battle of Chibi, Winter of 208. I'm gonna have to get that cutscene because I'm sure you don't want to watch flickering like that. But, the Battle of Chibi is actually a really big battle, and let's give it to the narrator to tell you why it's such a big battle.
Having conquered the lands of Wu, Sun Ce succeeds in establishing his base at Jiangdong. Many young heroes flock to the Wu banner, hoping to help build and expand the newly formed Wu kingdom. In the year 208, after conquering the lands of Huabei, Cao Cao concentrates his efforts southward. On entering the Jing province, he then heads towards the core of Sun family power, Jiangdong. Wavering between battle or surrender, Sun Ce makes a decision. The fate of Wu will depend upon cooperation with Liu Bei. Closing in on Jiangdong, the Cao Cao fleet prepares to strike, as Zhou Yu and the others craft a response.
So, it says Sun Ce makes the decision, mainly because, once again, I'm playing as Sun Ce, so technically speaking, he's still the leader of Wu. Because, after Sun Ce, Sun Quan, Sun Ce's brother, actually ended up taking over. But, once again, that doesn't happen, so Sun Ce is now officially the leader. But, yeah, Battle of Chibi was a pretty big battle historically, as this was the real turning point that stopped Cao Cao from expanding, and kind of ends up leading to the whole Three Kingdoms thing for him. Because like I said, the book is based on the film Three Kingdoms, so after this battle is kind of like when the Three Kingdoms really start to come. Anyways, let's go to unit info. So got Sun Ce, naturally I'm the leader, Zhou Yu, Tai Chi. Like I said, Tai Chi is now on there, but I really expected her to be that cuts. But on the enemy side, we got Cao Cao, Zhang Qi, Xu Hong, Zhang Liao, Zhao Du, Zhao Pai, Zhu Nin, Li Dan, and Zhao Lu. some of the other characters like Lee Dunn and South High, they actually do become like quote-unquote official characters because, as you can see, like these all three of these officers look the exact same. But later on, they become actual quote-unquote characters as well, as in they're actually playable and don't look like little generic Anyways, enough talk. Let's get battling to the Battle of Chibi. Now, I must also say that the Battle of Chibi can also be a little bit taxing as well. So if it does, this battle might be the one that slows down a little bit. But once again, if I do turn on and off turbo mode, it's fine. So I hope everything goes well. I'm sorry if I'm. Oh, yeah. See, this is exactly why I need that slow down. I mean, even if I'm playing the physical version of the game, there are some moments where the game does occasionally slow down like this. But it's usually when there are a lot of enemies on the screen. But I believe it's partially because the Battle of GB is once again such a big battle, because there are a few battles in this game that are really big, and this is one of those. Okay, I think I'm back to normal, so... The main deal with this battle is that we have multiple strategic plans that are going on. The first plan that's going on is Juke Leon, a Shu officer, now Wu officer, mind you, is actually going to be trying to summon the North Wind. And we also have Huang Gai, who is going to be leading a fire attack against Wei ships. So, with the wind blowing plus the fire attack, it's supposed to get South South's fleet completely on fire. I'm granting yes to a little more, but these are boats made of wood, so they're flaming. But in later games, there's also Peng Tong, who is also doing another strategy, as he chains the boats together once again, increasing the effectiveness of the fire attack.
Next time, you shall die.
We'll see about that, Captain. We'll see it. But yeah, Peng Tong, once again, Peng Tong is actually an officer in this game, but he doesn't appear, I believe, unless if you actually slow. But he doesn't appear unless you actually play as him, and his plan doesn't really happen during this battle, but if you're playing Dynasty Warriors 4 and beyond, it is part of the whole stage to chain the boats together. And usually, he begins actually on Wei's side, but then he defects back to Wu, or, well, in this case, Shu, to help the battle, but he actually does seem to retreat. But enough about the later games. I can actually probably stream some of the later games if you guys are interested, because I do really like the later games a lot more once I played them. In fact, I believe Dynasty Warriors 5 is my favorite in the series. But Dynasty Warriors 3 will.
Southeastern wind. Juke Leon. He's a devil.
But yeah, Juke Leon's wind prayer has been successful. We got the wind blowing, but back to one. I can play some of the other Dynasty Warriors games if you guys are interested. I mean, I really do enjoy 5, and if I were to probably stream a different Dynasty Warriors game, I would probably stream 5, because I really like that game. And not to mention, it has a lot more officers in this game. Graphics are better, and the voice acting isn't terrible. In fact, I'll even go as far as saying the voice acting is actually pretty good. But as you can imagine, I do like Suzu's voice much better in Dynasty Warriors 5. He's actually voiced by the same voice actor as the person who voiced Yosuke in Persona 4. And I really like Yosuke's voice, so I think they definitely did improve the voice acting a lot more in the later games, which is good, because like I said, this the voice acting in this game in particular is like the equivalent to Resident Evil 1's voice acting. And once again, the voice acting in that game was so bad it's good. Bad but good. Sorry. I have to turn on turbo mode on just to avoid the game from slowing down. Because keep in mind, my computer is actually more than capable of running this game. In fact, running this game is barely doing anything on the whole hardware. I could probably do multiple things in the background doing this else. It'll be fine. But yeah, for some reason the game just slows down on PlayStation, and I believe for the most part it's on the emulator for that, not on my computer, so there's not much I can do about it. And I have adjusted so that it does play at least decently like it is now, because before there were quite a few moments where it did slow down. So, luckily it hasn't been slowing down that much during the stream, which is great, because I definitely didn't want the whole game to be like a slow as a slug, because that just wouldn't be fun to watch with you guys, and neither would it be fun. But one part I really do like about these games is just how much fun it is just to push a bunch of enemies away. Like, it is so satisfying. Oh, apparently Blue Megasaw's calling himself too. If I fight. Now, I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but I'll take it as a compliment for right now. So another notable officer we got here is Sima Yao. Once again, unfortunately, we weren't able to play the surprise attack on Liu Bao, despite Doomsday actually being a part of that match. But Sima Yao is actually an officer you face there, and out of all the soldiers here, he's the only one who's actually dressed in blue, because it kind of, I guess you could say it kind of implies Sima Yao eventually defecting away, but once again, that's another thing that historically happened. Sima Yao was originally an officer to Liu Bao, but he ends up defecting away. And he was a pretty good officer, so naturally stops at one from. But yeah, the whole story in this game is a little bit loose. I'd say you don't really get that much story, but if you do play some of the other games, it'll more clear up what's happening historically at the moment. And in fact, once again, going back to Dynasty Warriors 5.
You should not be so eager to die.
Oh, Zhang Liao, hello again. I can see you're rather eager to die. But one thing I really like in Dynasty Warriors 5 is how the transitioning between stages go. Because yeah, you sometimes do get cutscene like in this game, but when you're playing Muso mode, you get kind of like sort of like a journal entry from the officer you're playing as. So you kind of like get their perspective on the battle and everything that's been going on. And I just overall really like the setup up to Dynasty Warriors 5 whole Muso mode, because you know it kind of gives you an introduction to the characters' personalities and how they're kind of like off the battlefield. But once again, I'll probably play Dynasty Warriors 5. You guys want to see it, and if you guys are interested. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3 always going to have special place in my heart. First game I personally played. Although my brother actually did play Dynasty Warriors 2, the prequel to this game. And Dynasty Warriors 2 was just a very bare bones, I guess you could say. If you think Dynasty Warriors 3 here right now while I'm playing is bare bones, Dynasty Warriors 2 isn't. So, as there was only the stages were not based off the officer you played like how this stage is, but it was actually more based off of of the kingdom your officer was part of. So with that being said, despite you changing character, you would always play the same stages. In this game, at least some of the stages are a little bit mixed up, so that there is a more variety. And even if you do play the same officer in each force, you'll still at least get a little bit more variety in the maps that you play. Because there are definitely certain maps that are only available to like 1 or 2 specific officers. It's true. There are only a few maps in here that can be played by only specific officers. Sensei doesn't have any, I don't think, but one of the other officers, Wan Yu, he actually does have basically the whole map itself, just pink chaos. There is also 3 stages which are not available to play in free play mode, because on the main menu you got Muso mode, which is what I'm playing right now. You got free play mode, you got versus mode, challenge mode, but in free play mode you can play any map with the officer, which is great. But there are actually 3 maps which are unplayable in free play mode, but only playable in Muso mode. I don't think Sensei has any of these maps, but the 3 maps that are only playable for certain officers, and usually because that's the only officer on the map, there's the Mountain Bandit campaign, which once again is never really necessarily a battle that happens, it's just kind of like an extra little battle that they include in for the officers. But then there's the Mountain Bandit campaign, there's the attack on the fort, and then there's the attack on pirates. The three maps that I mentioned, they're not playable for free play mode, but you can only spot in Muso mode.
Things don't look good.
Apparently TaiChiC says things don't look good. I don't know, things are looking fine. I'm battling now that way. And here I am getting sleepy. Yeah, I guess I'm Dojo. I don't know what you heard about. I really don't.
We're in trouble if things keep going like this.
I don't know. I'm actually doing pretty well. Like I said, I'm beating up on South. Zoom you.
Prepare for the worst.
Oh, why are you guys so negative? I'm fighting the main leader. Hey, at least you guys could cheer me on. Well, that guy was saying that I was better. You get what I'm saying?
We will attack them in one sweep.
Yeah, see, be like you. In fact, I don't even care. I just defeated Cao Cao. Well, he ran away, but
Die yet?
yeah, Cao Cao can't die yet because this is not when he's supposed to die, so he can't die. But we won! Sorry, I was just checking on the stream. I've been occasionally checking just on the stream just to make sure things are going smoothly, but anyways, so how the for watching? How you like the stream so far? There's a delay, so I'll just keep playing. Okay, the point's done. But I think I'm going to take a little small break, just get a drink, and but otherwise when I come back I'll read what you're thinking about the stream. And I want to thank the 3 of you for watching. I'll be right back. I apologize. I'm back now. And anyways, so now that I'm back, I guess let's begin the next map then. Alright, we've been going for an hour. Alright. Once again, another talk by open. And so let's see how we did in points. Oh wow, we did pretty good. Well, mainly because of the time bonus. I actually did complete that map fairly quickly. And my bye guys. Save. Oh, there we go. Next battle is going to be the Battle of Hefei. Somewhere 215 AD. Get that. Anyway, so why don't we hear a little bit of history about the Battle of Hefei.
After Cao Cao leads his giant navy south to Changjiang, Sun Ce and Liu Bei head to meet him at Chibi. Despite being outnumbered, the strategies of Zhou Yu and the allied forces proved successful, preserving the peace of Changjiang.
Sorry, it's my cat.
Having withstood Wei's invasion, Wu prepares for a counterattack. Sun Ce, leading a large army, passes through Changjiang and towards the Wei territory. Quickly defeating the defenses at Huan Castle, the Wu army heads north. In 215, the Wu army begins the invasion of Hefei. Hearing of Wu's attack, Cao Cao sends reinforcements after consulting with Zhang Liao. The moment of truth for Sun Ce and the Wu army has arrived.
Yep, moment of truth. So, Zhang Liao actually does have a fairly big role in this battle, but here he, well, in later games he does, but here, not really. Because in Dynasty Warriors 5, he is freaking annoying on this map. He literally comes back to fight you 3 times the entire map, but here you just have one thing is done. But let's take a look at who we have on our side. I'm going to be the leader. We got Lu Meng down there, we got Zhou Yu up there, Tai Chi in the middle with us, Bing Fu back, Tai in the front, and Lu Su all the way back in the corner. Our main enemy is going to be Cao Cao. We're going to be fighting Zhu Hong, Xiao Hujun, Cao Pai, Cao Ren, Cao Hong, Cao Zane. Yeah, all of the Cao's. Yeah, it goes into Cao Cao's family. A lot of his high up, a lot of his high up officers are have the last name Cao. And that's another thing about Chinese. Their last name is actually the first name, last. Go figure. So Cao Pai is actually supposed to be next leader after Cao Cao. Yeah. But, it's strange that Zin Jin is actually a playable character in this game, who's Cao Pai's wife. Cao Ren, he becomes a character in the next game, Dynasty Warriors 4. Cao Hong is actually Cao Cao's brother, who's with Peng De. I don't know if Cao Hong ever actually becomes a character, but Peng De does 5. Cao Zane, once again, a character and becomes a character. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start.
Head for the Northwest Road!
The assassination. Oh yeah, I remember that in this map. Yeah, the assassination of Tai Chi stuff. Yeah, Tai Chi apparently dies with Zhang Liao over here. Zhang Liao.
You should not be so eager to...
Zhang Liao, we've been over this already.
Show them our strength!
Hey, Han Deng, I'm trying to fight Zhang Liao. Don't get in my way. Yeah, sometimes your allies will actually get in your way, trying their horses and all. I mean, you fight a lot better when you're on foot than you're on a horse.
I have found
but now, Zhang Liao has
rest.
been defeated once and for all. Yeah, that's another thing about Muso mode. Whenever the enemy officers just basically have their final battle, that's usually when they'll die. But otherwise, if they're going to be coming back to the next battle, they'll usually just run away. Oh yeah, I gotta turn on turbo mode because for some reason things are lag.
So, they joined. So, they joined.
I defeated an officer.
I don't know why sometimes the characters say, so, they join. I believe it's whenever they're fighting two officers.
So, they joined.
I believe it's whenever they fight two officers at the same time is whenever they say it, but yeah, they just sometimes say, oh, they joined. Trying to fight Ju Hong. Now the funny thing about Ju Hong in the later games is
Let us begin.
I like to picture Ju Hong as the guy who's always late, but he does a good job, so you keep him anyways. I know that sounds very specific, but you probably know at least one guy that's going to be like that, as in, he does a really good job, but he's always late. And that's him in Dynasty Warriors 5. He's the guy who's always late, but does a good job.
I have finally met my match.
Another army.
I don't know. I'm dying. Sorry about that, it's just there was quite a bit of background noise going on, but without further ado, let's continue. Yeah, once again, this is another one of those moments where it's just me walking, so I might as well just speed it up, because nothing's going to be happening for the next few seconds. And I just don't want to draw this out too long. Anyway, so let's help Joyu over here, or help these other enemy officers.
I am as good as you, my lords.
Are you? My lady? Oh, shoot. I'm actually getting beaten up pretty badly. Oh, come on. One more hit and she's done.
Dear, I wish you...
Oh, there's my cat. He wants to come
Defeated
in.
an officer.
I don't know, do you guys want to see my cat stream with me? I mean, there's a small part of me that does want to stream with me. I mean, like, you probably at least want to see my cat, don't you? I mean, like, I don't blame you, I haven't even known him yet. But, yeah, my cat is name is Nico, which is actually the Japanese word for cat. So his name is just cat. But, we got the name suggestion from a Bashi Dolsha, and ever since then it's just stuck with us because it's Nikki. But you know what? I'll bring him in because I know he's gonna meow at the door. My bad, I guess Nikki doesn't want to come stream with me. He's like that sometimes. If you have a cat, you probably understand how sometimes he wants your attention. That's just how cats are. They're a little strange. But now for some reason I'm right about to die, so yeah, I'll try not to fall. Yeah, because this is what I'm talking about. In later stages, it does get definitely difficult, even on easy modes where I'm playing. As in, I'm right about to die, but if I can eliminate this gate captain and get those pots over there, I might be able to find a healing item, which is once again a dumpling.
Impressive.
Oh, there you are, Nikki. There we go. So yeah, you want to keep an eye out for this box if your health is low, because it can really save you at the end of the day. So
I defeated an officer.
alright, defeat South High. Now let's go down there and help Blue May. Once again, I'm going ahead. Yeah, there's no other officers up here, so go ahead, speed things up just so it's a little bit more tolerable, but oh yeah, you can actually run over your own soldiers, and sometimes you can even hurt your own soldiers if you like run into them or run over them. And that's my and it just happens sometimes. I guess you could call it a bug, but I don't know if it's in there or not. Nothing in this boxes. It is important to actually check the boxes and stuff, like I said, because you can find items and different power-ups from these. Don't want me that. Where am I? Okay, I'm done. Well, at least, like I said, I have the boost on, so it's at least a more tolerable just to watch me ride around. Alright. Here we come. And in turbo mode. Alright. I'm just glad that I was able to get things running on here properly, because the past yesterday and the day before I was having such a hard time trying to have things run smoothly, and I'm just happy I was able to get rendering properly. And part of the reason as well was because I need to make sure I have my laptop plugged in, because my laptop has much better performance whenever it is plugged into the power. I mean, like, that kind of goes with computers in general. You know, they're much better when they're plugged in. Yeah, because some of them can't even run when they're not.
I defeated an officer.
Okay. There we go. That's up. But any other? Okay, yeah, there's one more officer up here. Let's get that guy in. We can then move on. Yeah, it's Xiahou. Xiahou is probably one of my other favorite characters.
You wish to fight me? How amusing.
Although I'm not sure if I like the voice one. Just like Sensei, hey, once again, voiceovers are not great. Boom! Alright, take his horse and let's take Xiahou's horse and ride to victory. At least I hope I'm riding to victory. I really don't hope I die now. Like I said, it's something you have to worry about a lot more in Dynasty, because whenever you're facing the leader, usually they have a lot more helpful hits than all the other officers, so they're usually much more difficult to deal with. And luckily for us, almost all of our other units are already fighting South, so they'll be there to help us. At least I hope. Where is he? Yeah, he's right where the other officers are. I think in this game the allied officers cannot actually defeat the main commanders.
I will show you the path to the spirit world.
Oh, Jiasa's going to take us to the spirit world. Like, it's almost like I'm watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't think any of you are going to get that joke.
I defeated an officer.
And so we defeated Zuzu. Yeah, Zuzu's treated like a joke character, but he's actually a really good character. I mean, like, he quit.
Impressive.
But as you can see, so many way alters are going to survive. I believe that's because we're going to be fighting way one more time. I don't know if if it's going to be Cao again, but I think it's probably going to be Sima Yi, who is the other leader way in this game. Once again, Cao Kai is supposed to be the leader, technically speaking, but Sima Yi is the actual leader in this game. But I'll talk a little bit more about Sima Yi later once we encounter him for the first time, but because I have a lot to say about Sima Yi. But for right now, let's defeat Cao and bring home a victory.
It cannot end here. Not yet.
And we defeated Cao! Or Cao as the game likes to call him. Alright. Let's replay. Alright. It only took us. Yeah, this map didn't take us too long. Oh, new item. Yeah, which? Yeah, I'll definitely get that one. And nice. Alright, next map, which is gonna be Battle of Fon Castle. This is a very notable map because it shows them. Yeah, this is the turn from when Wu is actually allies with Shu to where Wu is fighting Shu. But anyways, let's let the narrator talk. You know, make some sense out of this.
Leading his forces north, Sun Ce takes Hefei, defeating its protector Zhang Liao in the process. With this victory, Wu wipes out the Wei forces, allowing their power to spread north all the way to Changjiang. In the year 219, on orders from Liu Bei, Guan Yu, protector of the Jing province, heads north to attack Wu's recently acquired Fan Castle. For Wu, who had been plotting to recapture Jing, this was completely unexpected.
Completely unexpected.
The Wu forces, surrounded by Guan Yu's troops, prepare for a fight to the death. Suddenly, due to heavy rains, floodwaters threaten to destroy the castle walls. Can the heroes of Wu save Fan Castle from danger?
I don't know if they can, but we'll see. Anyway, so... Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot. Yes, we are technically allies with Wei on this map. So yeah, we're fighting with Sima Yi, but in actual history, this was all actually part of a plan to have Wu fight against you. And as you can see, it's succeeding. Also, this cutscene.
We must fight Guan Yu. This is going to be most interesting. It will be a good fight indeed.
Now this is one of those cutscenes where you can have any officer in Sun Ce's feet if you play on free play mode, and you get some really funny dialogue. Like if you play as Guan Yu for this map, who you're supposed to be fighting against,
this water will stop me?
it's Guan Yu will say, "I am my own opponent. This will be there."
Expel the enemy.
But yeah, you can get some pretty funny possibilities, and once again, a nice way to showcase the voice acting thing. Yes, Nikki. I feel you. I don't know if the audience is, but I feel you. Okay. What, Nikki? But this is another one of those maps that are small, but yeah, as was mentioned in the instructions, this castle is going to be flooding, so as the map goes on, more and more of the area is going to be flooded. This map's actually a pretty cool map, I gotta say, but it is somewhat difficult due to the fact that the flood water restricts areas, so you get less and less mobility between different areas. But yeah, like I said, this is a pretty small map too, because there's only two in the office, Guan Yu and Guan Ping, who's actually Guan Yu's adopted son. Once again, you want to know that from reading the historical bio, but yeah, Guan Ping is Guan Yu's adopted son. And he does become a playable character in Dynasty Warriors 5, so once again, he just looks like it.
You're more skilled than I've heard.
So I guess, yeah, this would be a good time to talk a little bit about Sima Yi. Sima Yi, like I said, in this game he becomes the leader of Wei once Cao Cao has died. Sima Yi is a very smart strategist. A lot of people can compare him to Zhuge Liang, who is a Shu strategist, and once again they consider Zhuge Liang to be one of the smartest and alive during the era. So they kind of consider Sima Yi like his equal, or at least near equal. Sima Yi, he ends up actually being the one who wins at the end, he ends up being the one who wins at the end because he's the one who creates the Jin Dynasty, which replaces the Han Dynasty after. So, yes, spoiler alert, Sima Yi wins. But, well, he's the one who sets the foundation for it, because the Jin Dynasty's first ruler is Sima Yi's son. But, yeah, Sima Yi they kind of make him this guy who always strategizes, and he's the one who really comes up with the idea to have a new dynasty. But that's something that is more better shown in later games once again, because Jin doesn't become official dynasty in this game until Dynasty Warriors 7, so not until much later in the series do you actually get to play as Jin and some of the Jin officers. So, you probably did see the message earlier. It says the water is about to rise, so if you get off the bottom, you gotta get it up. I believe you really can't save the other officers that are going to be drowned out by the water. So, ultimately, all you can do is just keep fighting up here. And once again, it's not like the officers at the bottom are actually trying to, or soldiers at the bottom trying to get out the flood. They're just kind of staying there, doing nothing. Thanks, yeah, I'm sorry I'm not talking much now. It's just I'm just trying to focus on playing. Like I said, Ping Date later on does become an actual officer in the game, so for right now he's just like a generic. But I can actually probably show you some of the later Dynasty characters, because so a lot of the characters do undergo changes throughout the later games as they do have different looks. But one thing you might not notice, you might or might not notice, is characters age.
In battle, I answer with my blade.
Because characters don't necessarily age age in this game, as in they stay the same age throughout the entire game, despite, you know, the whole thing overarching a 50-year period. As in, you know, by this time Sensei should be much older. Because this battle is like 19 years after his death, supposed to be. So I believe, yeah, he's supposed to be 44 at this battle if he did continue to live on. So it just goes to show that, you know, how old he's supposed to be. But apparently the new Dynasty Warriors 9, which is going to be coming out in like a month or so. No, 2 months, I think. And about when Dynasty Warriors 9 comes out, apparently they're supposed to have at least some type of aging mechanic, or at least character appearances will change after certain events. Like Childhood Doom, as one of the officers I like. If you remember when I was fighting him, he had an eye patch, and sorry, I'll be quiet.
In death, my soul will be my brethren. Farewell.
And so we defeated Wan Yu. But back to what I was saying, Shotgun Dune in the Dynasty Warriors 9 reveal trailer had, reveal screenshots did have a picture of Shotgun Dune without his eye patch. Now, this may sound really strange, but I believe in all the games, unless if he has unlockable outfits, he's going to have that eye patch. And the reason why he has the eye patch is because he actually lost his eye in a particular battle. It was a battle against Lu Bu, and he had an arrow shot in his eye, and he pulled the arrow out with his eye, and he ate it. I am not kidding. That's actually what happened. So with that being said, that's why he has an eye, which probably worked. But alright, so yeah, like I said, this was a pretty small and short map. So let's continue on to the next. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get a very high score just because of... Alright, save. I believe each character's Musa mode has 7 stages, so there's going to be 2 more after this. Yeah, the Battle of Yiling, which is where... Well, in this game, Wu defeats Shu. So, but, you know, I want the narrator to tell you about it, so... Sure, I picked start. Oh well, I mean, like, no real loss. I can basically tell you what happens in this battle. So, because we killed Wan Yu, Wan Yu is a sworn brother to the leader of Shu, Liu Bei, so actually having his brother killed really makes him upset.
With Shu now.
So, naturally, he ends up attacking Wu on a full scale after this, so that's why Shu's our opponent. And I mean, as you can imagine, with him being a sworn brother, they're very close. And one of the things about being a sworn brother is that they swore that they would die on the same day, and well, they end up dying on this, as it was Wu's fault that they ended up breaking the oath that he had. But anyways, in the means of this battle, once again, this is another fairly big battle, but it does also highlight Zhuge Liang's strategies. And after this battle, once again, after this battle, Shu does lose this battle historically, but Shu is not completely destroyed after this battle. It's just considered to be a big loss in our fights. But once again, in this game, this is Shu's final battle before Wu conquers them. So I believe the battle after this should be the battle at Heifei Castle. Because we did do the battle at Heifei, and once again, Sima Yi and some of the other officers are still alive, so I believe that is what's the next battle at Heifei Castle.
Formation. Master Zhuge Liang must be there.
So, let's see. here. One thing, come back. I'm trying to beat you.
I defeated an officer.
Yeah.
Fight harder.
Fight harder. Oh yeah, Sun Sheng Sheng. By the way, Sun Sheng Sheng is Sensei's sister. And she is actually a playable character too, but Sensei actually didn't get introduced until this game.
At last, a worthy opponent.
Yeah, Zelyun is also... The interesting thing about Zelyun is that he's basically kind of like the face of Dynasty Warriors. Like, if you look at almost any box art, Zelyun's going to be the one who's on it. And... What, Nikki?
I defeated an officer.
Yes, hello, Nico. I can hear you.
Death. In battle. Is
Sorry, it's my cat. I mean, like... I don't know if he does want to like come on this stream, because he keeps yelling at me almost as if he does want my attention, but he then keeps leaving afterwards. But for some reason in this battle, this is also another one of those battles where I usually end up with a pretty low KO count, because once again I usually just go after the not that there's anything wrong with that, but Sorry, but it's just simpler just to go after the officers, because you do at least get the power-ups that they drop. Speaking of which, okay. Once again, I'm just going to be walking, so I'll fast forward it until I get to the officer over there. Hey, come back. You ain't running with me without fun.
I defeated an officer.
Yeah. Source. Now let's get the officer down here. This battle might be over pretty quickly if I just go after the main officers, but I also want to make sure that I have Zuran's plot succeed, because Zuran is actually a very big part of this map, although he's not a real playable officer. Not even in later games, but he has a whole plot where he puts the shoes main camp on fire, which will really help you in this map, especially with the whole morale mechanic I was talking about. Alright, got close. Nikki, are you coming in or not? Okay. Alright, don't be part of the street. Yes, Nikki. Alright. I told you up to the camera so that people see my cat. This is my cat, Nikki. He's a very meowy kid. But I do still love him. You can, I don't know what you want to do. I guess you can just sit here with me as we continue to play the game. Okay, that's kind of uncomfortable. There you go. Hello! Yeah, you get to play with me. There you go. Okay. Let's get back to playing, sorry. I just want to make sure that he doesn't cause me. Not that you would cause any trouble to me.
Well, I defeated an officer.
But let's grab the force and let's go help Zuran with his strategy, because currently he's being attacked by a shoe officer, and if you don't end up defeating the officer, his whole plan to set the camp on fire will fail. So you gotta make sure you eliminate Jing Bao over here. Although, gate's open. But another notable thing about Jing Bao over here is that he's actually a yellow turban officer that has the same name of Jing Bao, but this is a completely different one. There are a few officers that share similar names, but Bing Bao's only one of a few of them. But okay, get over. And keep in mind, I only have 31 kills. And as I said, it's usually because I just focus on defeating my officers. But I kind of want to do this, show off this part because this is one of the Juking Leon strategies that actually did happen. It's the Stone Stencil Maze, the Stone Warrior. Go up here. But basically, as you can see, there's no map, and so no music too. So you don't have a position available, although there is an export station. If you go into menu, you can see the map right there, but it only helps you so much. So basically, you have to go through this maze without music or anything, and defeat all of the opponents here. And it's kind of fun to do, actually.
Don't fall behind.
Don't fall behind. Oh. Got an item. Yeah, some of the other soldiers did come in, but... Oh. Doing it, fire attack failed or something. Doesn't matter that much because, I mean, just look at them around. We're still doing really well. Now everybody's morale down.
What? We came back to the same place.
Well, love this part. Yeah, basically you just need to get out of the maze. It's not that hard, although some other games... Oh yeah, there was a life up in the maze too, so it's kind of worth doing just... Let's get the extra 10 health points. I mean, not that much, but it can make a difference.
Aren't we too far ahead?
No, bodyguard, we're not too far ahead. Okay. There might be something in that pot too. Once again, I just wanted to make sure I can open it up. Okay. Yeah, Musa wine. Then yes, that's what it's called, Musa wine. Yeah, that's another thing about this time period. A lot of people end up drinking wine. In fact, one of my favorite characters in this game, Zane, is known for drinking a lot of wine. Wine is fabulous. Oh, I mean, but I want to know that it's drink. Fabulous wine.
I defeated an officer.
Alright.
Splendid.
So we made it out.
The enemy is good.
They're good. So basically, since I conquered the Stone Warrior maze, I believe my allies will have a much easier time getting out of it. Because in other games, oftentimes I will have to check back to the map again and to get out the maze. But once again, the maze in this game is pretty easy, but in later games it does get much more difficult. So it is important to sometimes just take a look at the map on occasion, because that's basically the exploitation. You can look at the map in the menu.
Just strategy.
They're working me. That's the thing about Juking Leon in this game. He just has this
The restoration of the Empire.
Yeah, for restoration, shooting on in this game just has this monotone, boring voice. I mean, in other games, he has, once again, he has at least a decent voice actor, but in this one, it's just so monotone. I have a lot of good Jesus. Oh my god. I can barely tell what's going on here.
You're a better general than I have heard!
I'm glad you're good.
I defeated an officer!
Speed you getting on.
I can't believe I was unable to repay Liu Bei's trust.
Alright.
We must not lag behind.
Alright, final opponent, Liu Bei. Yeah, so sometimes the final officer or boss. What am I saying? The leader of the force will often be the hardest, but they also do block off. You can use the Muso often too, so watch out. And while you haven't seen it yet, officers can recover their health on occasion. So leaving them alone for too long, they might come back with a lot more health than they had before you left. So it is important that to make sure that you attack them as much as you can, and before you leave, if you yourself run low on health. And we defeated Liu Bei.
I'm sorry to say, but I must break our oath.
Yeah, see, that was the oath I was gonna do once again. Don't necessarily know that just by playing you. I had to read about it a little bit. I mean, there is actually a section in this game where you can read about the history and the different officers, which I really like. Because it gives you some historical background, but... Let me check. Oh, look. Ian Brown. Are you the Ian that I know it? Oh, from high school. Are you the Gromit Ian? Glad you all can at least tune. Anyways, so once again, these maps have been only taking me about 11 minutes. So, Conquer. Yeah, that's Sensei's third weapon. Each character has a total of 5 weapons, although in the menu you only see 4 and 1. Fifth one, which goes into the 5th weapon, but each officer does have 5 weapons. With special, if you do something special, I believe you can get the 4th and 5th weapons, but... Oh wait. I guess there isn't going to be no final battle. Wait. And instead, we're going to be fighting the Nomans. Which is strange because, you know, like I said, those are way officers, but I guess they're Outpower Blue or something? Whatever, I'm not going to question. But the Nomen are rather interesting. I usually call them the tribal people because, well, they kind of are, but, once again, I'll just have a look at the game, tell you a little bit about it.
Determined to take the Jing province, the Shu army moves to attack Yiling. Lu Xun, the accomplished Wu general, notices a weakness in Shu's extended formation and exploits it, resulting in victory for the Wu forces. With Shu eliminated, the Wu lands spread even further west. With both Wei and Shu defeated, Wu now controls all of China's central plains. However, a new power rising in the south threatens that stability. And in the year 225, Sun Ce sets out to capture the southern lands of Nanman. News of Wu's southern invasion reaches King Meng Huo of Nanman. In order to meet this attack, the Nanman people hurriedly prepare for the attack and strengthen their defenses. Waiting for Lu Xun and the rest of the Wu forces was an army whose likes had never been seen before.
Yeah, the mountains are rather interesting. Once again, they didn't introduce the third. And it's kind of a shame they weren't too. Because like I said, they're rather fast. But anyways, yeah, Lu Xun is actually, like, I'm just scoring the opposites. But yeah, we got all different Wu officers helping us, but the main enemy here is Mingguo. Now, you're probably thinking it's kind of weird that Mingguo is like literally right in front of us. But hold on to that thought, because we're about to see what Mingguo does to make him special in this map. Anywho, you also got Zurong over here, who's Mingguo's wife, and you got all different officers for Mingguo, but oh, I forgot. I better also equip that. Don't want to forget that. Yeah. Items. Yeah. That's all good. All right, and let's start.
This battle is not an act of aggression.
It's not an act of aggression. Lu Xun once he's
we will attack their spirits and make them submit.
Yeah, and attack their spirits by me playing a sensei beating them up.
Flee for your soul.
Oh, you certainly will. Yeah, so like I said, you're thinking Mingguo, the main guy, literally right in front of us. What's going on? But you'll probably know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it's actually a little weird, but you'll notice that Mingguo is notably very easy to beat this first encounter. And after you defeat him, I get a weapon, and you'll see what happens.
I've seen your tactics. Next time.
So Mingguo just basically retreats, but he'll be back. Oh, he will be back many times throughout this time. Yeah, that's kind of like the whole deal, and surprisingly enough, this does actually follow the history rather well. Once again, it'll be a little long, but this battle was originally supposed to be for Shu. Shu was the one who actually ends up doing the whole Namen campaigns, mainly to conquer the south. Oh, which the Namen land is right near India, actually. But, the notable thing is that, Shu fought the Namen 7 times, and basically, they combined all 7 of those times into this one map, along with all Mingguo's different strategies, which you'll soon see. But I'll also admit that in other games, this particular map sucks sometimes.
You're here.
Like in Dynasty Warriors 4, this map is just plain awful. I mean, this map isn't that bad, but this will probably actually be the longest map just because, you know, I had to defeat Mingguo 7 times. But in Dynasty Warriors 4, this map was just awful to play because of one main factor, and that deals with the morale. It doesn't happen in this version of the map, but in Dynasty Warriors 4, your morale is basically constantly drained. And it gets to the point where your other officers can barely fight the enemy, and your enemy has extremely high morale, because every single time Mingguo appears, the enemy's morale will go up. So, as you can imagine, you get an enemy with extremely high morale, but your allies end up being very low morale, making them be defeated way too easy. And at the end, I remember when I was playing on Dynasty Warriors 4, it took me 52 minutes just to get past the map. And the reason why was because everybody ended up dying except for me, who at the time was Zane. And speaking of which, this is one of Mingguo's strategies. The armored soldiers that are immune to arrows. It's a pretty notable strategy that ends up using when the game's getting slow, so turbo for a second, and there we go.
I defeated an officer.
Yep, Manglo has been defeated the second time. We get plus 2 attack. So we fight him again. Boom! Sorry.
You haven't beaten me yet!
We haven't. Still gotta beat you 5 more times.
We must be triumphant.
Oh, there's another officer right there. I better clear him out before we leave here and get back to the center because, like I said, Manglo spawns all over the place during this map. Anyway, every single time you gotta go back and fight them. And like I said, this map will last for quite a while. So it's important to eliminate him as soon as possible because otherwise this map is going to drag on. Okay. And got slow again, so too fast. There we go. Yeah, this is another one of those maps where the game will occasionally get a little slow for some reason. But wait, must be right in front of me. Let's capture him again. Yeah, once again, Manglo fought 7 times. So we have to fight him 7 times. Then Manglo, as you can see, he's the type of guy who hates the Liz. He's very, very stubborn. But because we're just going to be lucky, might as well speed up a bit. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of just walking this map wall because I had to fight Manglo. And again, and again, and again. But, let's see. Okay, so turn off Turbo Mode. And that's another notable thing if you look over there. Elephants are on this map, which is a very special mount that appears only on this map, or if you get the elephant harness, which is a special item. Personally don't know how to get it, but it is the way, it is how you get elephants in this game. And elephants are very, very powerful. They're slower than horses, but they can literally run over your enemies. It's great. And you kind of do need to get the elephant at least once in this map because there are different gates which restrict where you can go in the center. So getting the elephant is actually somewhat important to have things move a little bit smoother.
Don't fall behind.
Again, because we're just walking, I'm just gonna push this up a little bit. Oh. Yeah, the King War's right down there.
You fight like the devil.
Oh. Did I mention elephants are annoying as heck to fight? Because this guy, he's not stopping. Well, he just did, but he runs over you very easily, and it's part of the reason why I would recommend using the bow for this, because it just makes it easier to stop and aim. Where is Manglo? I thought that was supposed to be him. Yeah, I better get out of here before we die. Being enough. Yeah, where? Okay, he's over on that side. I guess I'll go. Right, so I just don't want you to suffer through me just walking around. Right, here we go. Okay, I think we might come. Okay.
We will crush them.
spell. Besides this one. Go around this poisoned river. Advance the army there.
I defeated an officer.
There's Mangwell. Alright, let's fight him. Yeah, this time he actually gets a force. But it's pretty...
triumphant.
You again.
Alright, we still gotta defeat him 4 more times.
Defeated an officer.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this map does drag on. But luckily we should be done around 8. Unless you guys want to see a map that I really do want to show, just to once again showcase how bad this map can be. It is the Yellow Turban Rebellion, which is surprisingly usually the first map to play, but once again with Sensei I restarted that Elan game. But yeah, I really just want to show the Yellow Turban Rebellion map just because of how bad the protecting is. And it'll probably only be another 10 minutes, I'd say, but we can decide. I will decide when the time comes. It's just fun for streaming that. But until then, let's fast forward. Because granted, I am taking a little bit of time to find one of these bits.
It looks like their spirits are not yet broken.
Yeah, Mank just say about that. I better fight him once again just so I won't prolong this too long. Get out of the way, buddy, guys. Get out of the way. Fight, here we go. There he is. Another horse, too. Alright, I believe it's just gonna be 2 or 3 more times.
Not so fast. I haven't lost a single battle yet.
And you just lost 4.
Great King, flee!
Hello.
Sorry.
Once again, that voice acting, that's the best. I do believe Mingwo once again will appear on the front line before he... 1 or 2 more times. But, yeah, soon... We're nearly done here with Mingwo. I just personally think it does definitely lengthen this map's time just for how many times. But, alright, let's speed it up. So that we can fight guy on the officer that's on the hill. Oh yeah, he appears back there now.
Surely they have fortitude and spirit.
Which you're going to really need the elephant to actually reach that area. So if this guy would just stand still, hey, now he's running against the wall, and now then soldiers are bleeding out. Oh my. Stop it! Okay, like I said, I really need this good. I probably just really need to get the crossbow out, just so I can basically snipe him. Come on. Okay, got him. And he's done. Okay. I gotta get his elephant.
We must be.
Yeah, Rain Elfin can be definitely playing this game, so. Let's fast forward this. Don't close. Yeah. And
I defeated an officer.
then we could be in a well. So I believe he'll spawn one more time in front lines, or one more time in front lines, or this is when he spawns.
Why can't I win?
It's nearly over. And good to see Manglo's wife, who is very happy we've been beating up on his husband. Right, her husband.
You've offended my husband too many times. You will pay with your life.
She's also the one who wears the pants in the family, if you know what. Yeah, I forgot when Manglo appears next. You're back in the front line for this swinging appears.
We will crush them in one blow.
Okay, yeah, here's my front lines, but this should be the
last push.
Yeah, this is the last time he appears in front lines, but otherwise he's going to stay with me. So once again, I'll fast forward it. Trust me, I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me in real time. I better also watch my health too. There's Zane boxes. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, he's pushing in the camp, so go! Oh, never mind, I got him. Okay, all the way back, I'm ready back to go. Is this fun? Is it fun yet? Not really, but... Yeah, sorry, but this is the last map at least, so after we beat Manglo for the final time, we'll be done. Unless you want to see Yellow Turbans, which I wouldn't blame you if you want to see it, because yeah.
We will attack them at the heart.
And the music can also changes too. Yeah, like I said, I'll give this map some credit. It's at least better than the one in Dynasty before. Like I said, that map was awful. Oh shoot, I nearly got ran over by the... Oh! Shoot. Oh wait, there's... Dang it. No! I don't want to die now after all of this. Get out there soon, say. There better be something. Okay, there's nothing else. But this is a safe place, at least it's nighttime. Oh, there's the pot. Okay. Just gonna break this open.
We will crush them in one
Okay.
blow.
There's at least something. Ah! Crap. I freaking hate dealing with these elephants. I really do. Especially when they're not... Oh, got 'em. Especially when they're not the hype where you can just simply jump and attack them. But if I did have an item that I probably could at least reach some and attack them from above, but I do not currently have that equipped. Should have equipped that before the map, to be honest. That's my fault. You can blame me on that. Gotta get that shield. Yeah, plus 1D. Good. Big stuff. Defense is the best part. At least
I defeated an officer.
the Manglos. Yeah, that was Manglos' son. If you know. There's some more pots over there.
Be careful.
Yeah, watch out for that freaking elephant. Crap! Yeah, thanks, watch out! This kind of thing got run over. And where did the pots go? There they are. Okay, we're good. Just need to find a safe distance. And I have to run off the road. Frick. I better not die here. This is the last map. This is it. This is the last map. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to bother. I worked too hard to get this far. I believe Anglo's still on Alpha. Yes, there's some on this map. But if I can just knock out Manglo, done with this. Yeah, Manglo is on Alpha, but at least it's a bit easier for me to aim. One. No! No! Crap! They deal so much damage! I mean, like, yeah, naturally, I mean, like, elephants are pretty big.
This doesn't look good.
I know this gun, and this doesn't look... Ow. And plus, I'm going to soon run out of arrows to make it worse. Just kill my way. I want to be done with it. I just don't want to be done with this map. I'm like all the other ones were... Oh, no, no. Got him! Oh my god. Nearly had a heart. Alright, time to finish him off. This is it.
This is the end.
Oh, you're right. This is the end. We're nearly done. We're almost there.
Let us join our allies.
No, screw our allies. I'm bringing down the victory for myself. Come on, just a few more hits. Yeah! Even in his deathbed, he says he's not finished yet. But you are now, Manglo. You are now. I'm so relieved. I really thought that it was going to end in disaster, but we did it. We freaking did it. And how long, well, in game time, how long did this take? I'm just gonna fast forward this. 22 minutes! Once again, keep in mind, almost every map before this took only 11. This took twice as long. And if I wasn't going directly for main road, this could have often took over 30 minutes. This one map. Okay. Whatever. Save. We should be done now. Okay, we're done. Sensei Lord of Blue, eldest son of Suja, his leadership and ever youthful vigor gained the respect of many. He was referred to as the World Conqueror. I'm not going to read the rest of this because this is just summing up how many enemies are seen and some events that happened during these maps, but this is our time to enjoy it. We did it. We completed this. And I'll read this little end part for you. So it was that the kingdoms of Wei and Chu perished. China was again unified under Sun Tzu's Wu Dynasty. Sun Tzu, Lord Wu, unstoppable in battle, master of strategy, such feats are unparalleled in the Three Kingdoms era, and Sun Tzu will ever be remembered as the ultimate warrior. Now that's an ending I'm willing to say. Also, poorly compressed JK gets this. But we still got the credits. And let me tell you, we got quite a show. Now, because I'm running this on an emulator, it glitches a little. Take a look. Yes, this is what happens when you play on an emulator. Glitches like this happen, but this is supposed to be like a nice little moment. Now, I mean, Sun Tzu's with his brother Sun Quan, and he's like, I didn't get to rule. One guy, and let me drink some wine. But they're men, they can drink wine. And Gan Ying, I mean, like, drink, chug. Like I said, this is the issue with running it on emulator. Stuff like this happens. I can't do anything about it, I'm sorry. I'm sure some of you are laughing, but like I said, this was supposed to be like a nice moment, saying, and hey, you reached the end, you did it, but this happened. This happened. And another thing about Dynasty Warriors is they typically end with very nice ending songs. Like, you can really say that this ending song doesn't fit in the rest of the game, but it's still a nice ending song to end it all off. Credits and all. I mean, I recommend you. Well, Dynasty Warriors 4 has probably one of the best ending songs called Cross Colors. It's a very nice ending song, it really is. But like I said, it just doesn't fit in with the theme because Dynasty Warriors 4 almost had like a prettier theme, but Cross Colors was this like almost happy anime-like theme. It just doesn't fit. It really doesn't. But we're done. This is the credit. We completed Sun Tzu's story, and now we have like over 30 more officers to complete the stories for. Because Sun Tzu is just one of many in this game. Just like the Dynasty Warriors 5, there are many officers to play as, each with their own stories, dialogue, special events. It's hard for me. It will be hard for me to play through it all. It would take forever. But unless if you all want to see that, you want to see me play through the game, but right now, I guess we're done. Like I said, unless you guys want to see the Old Turban Rebellion, like I said, it'll be another 10 minutes if you're okay with it. I'm sure you guys are. Are you? I'm going to check if any of you are saying anything. I'll write something in. Okay, better skip that. Okay. Now, I'll wait to see if any of you guys say anything, but because if you guys want to see the Old Turban Rebellion, I'll be willing to play one last stage just to showcase the bad voice acting. But otherwise, I don't know if I'm going to be continuing continuing to stream Dynasty Warriors 3, but I'm just really happy I was able to play it all with y'all. I'm just waiting to see if anybody can comment on it. I mean, like, well, we have reached the peak of viewers, a total of 7 viewers. So, you know what? I'm going to do the yellow fix. So you know what? I'm going to do the Yellow Turban Rebellion for you guys. Just for you sticking with us. I'm going to show the Yellow Turban Rebellion in all of its glory. And I'm probably going to try to keep silent through most of it, but trust me, Yellow Turban Rebellion is just amazing. It really is. It's voice acting, you know. I'll skip the... Is there... Yeah, there's no intro. But, let's go ahead and start, and you will be seeing some greatness right here. Some quality voice acting. Quality.
Ye children of the Yellow Turban!
Go!
Break the siege of the Yellow Turbans!
Yeah, this is, for most characters, this is the first stage that they played Yellow Turban Rebellion, but since it doesn't have it, so I'm taking a look at it right now. Just to show you guys how wonderful it is, but because this is first stage, you know, it's going to be very easy, so that's why I always said it's probably going to take less than 10 minutes.
Mess with us.
Even on the easiest stages, I still get knocked off my horse. And yeah, strangely this stage also does. I kind of did just like
Useless! Useless!
useless. So yeah, jingly out leader yelled further since I've gone attack I'm Behold.
I defeated an officer!
Soon we're going to get one of the most famous lines of this stage, and I bet you guys could point it out in place. Yeah, still a slow stage. I really don't know why this stage in particular starts to be character slow. But don't worry, I'll slow it down when they oh.
You flaming idiots! Take this!
You flaming idiots, take this! Do I need to say anything else? It's great. It's great.
We will show the world the strength of our army. I defeated an officer.
Oh, sweet, yeah. Okay, he's probably faster.
So, they joined.
I mean, gotta fight James Leo.
I shall punish all those who defy heaven's will.
Oh, he needs business then. I mean, like, you just see Jangling.
When all else fails, attack!
You just see Jangling out in some of the later games. He is freaking ridiculous. Here he's silly, but in the later games they go forward with once again, if I do stream Dynasty Warriors 5, yeah, I'm going to have to make sure I do Yellow Turban Rebellion, but But as far as I'm concerned, those were the main voiceovers I wanted to show you guys.
Another army.
That was some of the best this game has to offer right here. In the first stage too, I know, usually they get the best out of the way first, so I'm just gonna go knock out Jane out so that we get done with this stream. I mean, like, I appreciate each and every one of you for even taking a few moments just to watch this stream, because I had a lot of fun doing this. Except for the nominating stage. Even here, I mean, like, 5 once again, I'm praising 5 a lot. I mean, it is my favorite, to be honest. But 5 probably had the best version of that stage, and we defeated Jane. Yellow Turban Belly, though.
Oh, my body may die. My spirit will live forever.
Does it get better than that? You're not going to get anything better. Because I'll be willing to stream this game a few more times, like to play as a SHU or a way officer, because it gives you a different perspective in a way. Hey, playing as one of those officers, so I could showcase a few more stages, although we will be getting to do that. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming this game again, but yeah, I only took 3.5 minutes. Yeah, I just wanted to get this stage over with just so I could check voiceover. How can you blame me? I'm always that guy who's into funny stuff. Save. Alright. That's it for this. Alright. Guess I'll go ahead and close the emulator. So, with that being said, stream's over. I'm very glad to have you all watching. I'll be posting the full stream on YouTube if you guys are interested, and I might end up making a highlight stream if you guys are interested in that too. You know, just if you don't have the time to watch the whole 2 hours and 50-minute stream. So I think probably a highlight would be good too. But anyways, I'm going to be closing off now, and it's thunderstorm in the area, so it's probably a good time I did close off now. So I'll see you guys later. Be sure to follow my uploads, subscribe, and all that jazz. So, I'll see you all later.